This past week was the 28th of Shvat, Koyach Shvat, the Yom Haledes, the birthday of Rebbetzin, Chana, the Rebbe's mother. It's incumbent upon us, and we have this feeling to give covet to the Rebitzeen. We have a lot to be thankful for. And the Rebitzeen, as we know, was born in the city Nikolai. Her father was the Rav of Nikolai, Rav Meir Shlomo Yanovsky. And the Rebitzeen in her youth, it was very interesting. We take for granted today, if you want a sefer, you just ring up, you order it on Amazon, or you go into a Meiches Sfarim, and if you want your copies of something, all you do is photocopy. But I remember in my youth, when photocopying machines weren't so great, we used to have stencils. But that was also an invention. We're talking about over 100 years ago. Everything was done by hand, maitik. It was copied. So when a sicha or a maim would come from the Rebbe Rashab, the Chassidim wanted it, but there was only one copy. So there were certain people in each village or each town or each yishub from Chassidim, community of Chassidim, who had a quick hand. They could write quickly, copy, but not only that, but they had to have a clear hand. Anybody can write quickly. Had to be legible, a beautiful ksav. And you also had to know what you're writing, so mistakes wouldn't creep in. And the Rebbe's mother, Rebitzeen Chana, she was one of those type of people. She was a maitik. She had a beautiful handwriting. She could write quickly, and she understood. She was the daughter of the Rav. She was the Rebbe's mother. So eventually to be the Rebbe's mother. So she knew what she was writing. So Chassidim had great joy from seeing her copies. There's a lot to talk about Rebitzeen Chana and her great Mesiras Nefesh. I was recently in Eretz Yisrael. I was speaking to my old Rosh Yeshiva from Kol Torah, and his wife said a comment to me. She says, "Who is the mother? How special that lady must have been to give birth and to have a son like the Rebbe. She is a mother herself. She has nachas from her children. But how special it was." And it hit me. Sometimes a lot of things we take for granted. We just gloss it through. But I sat and thought when she said it to me. So, Lekovid, the Yom Haledes. There was a great chassid in Australia, one of the 6 mishpachos who came out. His name was Shmuel Betzalel Altais. He was a Lebedik chassid. He was full of life, full of energy. And on top of that, was a Baal Menag, and he could sing. He put out beautiful, beautiful records. He was once in New York, and at the Farbrengen, they were machabed. He got up and he sang. He sang the nigun, the volach. The volach was the Rebbe Zayda's nigun. It was noticeable on the Rebbe. Normally, as we all know, the Rebbe, it's interesting, the whole Messias, all those thousands and thousands of hours the Rebbe would forbring, he would always sit on the edge of his chair. He would never lean back. Have a look. If you can see in the picture behind me, the Rebbe never leaned back. The Rebbe was always engaged. But once or twice during the Nesias, and this was one of the times, the nigun started, the Rebbe leaned back. Deep sense of, this is what I think, a deep sense of depth and contemplation and nostalgia and reliving his Zaydas nigun. He leaned back and put his 2 hands on the arms of a chair, and he sang with the nigun. So it's a beautiful, beautiful nigun, and I think it's beautiful to play, because I remember Zabocha in Kfar Chabad, They were Ramendel will talk about Krish Malamito and then different nigunim, introspective nigunim. So once upon a time, you had nigunim were deep, deep nigunim, greatly introspective. But Ramendel would say that for today's chassidim, he always said there was a nigun called Tziyazoi. Tziyazoi begins introspectively and then moves on to be lebedik, to be upbeat. So to this nigun, listen to the nigun. Introspective, you're thinking, but a chassid is a freilacha. They used to call chassidim freilacha. In fact, they wanted to give us the name, the freilacha. They're happy, they're joyous. Because after being introspective, we go with a nigun to conquer, or as the Maimon says, Sibas Vaeira ba'ami b'Hashem, to go out like an army with a nigun. Listen to the nigun, enjoy it. I got to vach and I got to yara.